Well, today we have in studio Kody Ford with the Arkansas Cinema Society, and he has with him award-winning writer-director John-Michael Powell. Thank you guys both for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So Mr. John-Michael, you directed the film Violent Ends, which airs in select theaters this weekend. Tell us the movie and what inspired it a little bit.
Yeah, it is. It's a movie set in Arkansas. We shot it all in Northwest Arkansas around Fayetteville. It's a story about a young man who comes from a family that is mired in crime, and he's done everything he can to lead the righteous path, but then kind of gets sucked into confronting his family's drama.
Exciting stuff. Sounds like something we need to look forward to. So talk about, I guess, the challenges of making a film like this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, quite frankly, there aren't that many films of this genre. It's a thriller, a revenge thriller, that are told in the state of Arkansas. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to make it. I wanted to make a movie that Arkansans could be proud of and show their state in a really, you know, nuanced way. A lot of times we're relegated to cliches.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do something different and give people in Arkansas something to be proud of.
Oh my goodness. I mean, so much history here in telling some of those untold stories. A thriller, something to look forward to for people here who like that genre. But talk about, I guess, the process of getting it from pen to screen and what that process was like. I'm sure a lot of work.
A lot of work, arduous. I mean, I wrote the script 13 years ago, so that gives you some idea of how long it took to get here. And you know, blood, sweat, and tears. And it's, you know, the movie business these days is very tough. It's a hard market, but we were very fortunate. We sold the movie to IFC, who's a really well-renowned distributor, and it's going to be in theaters. It comes out actually tomorrow.
Oh
It'll be in 700 theaters all over the country. So we're very, very fortunate.
Oh my goodness. And so talk about, you know, that advice that you have for up-and-coming filmmakers. I mean, you know, everyone aspires sometimes to want to see themselves on the big screen, maybe even writing for the big screen, but it's a lot of work. I remember taking some theater classes in college and not being good at it at all. So talk about that process and any advice that you guys both might have for people who are interested in cinema.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a writer, director, filmmaker, whatever, you know, it's kind of like going to the gym every day. You got to put in the work. It's the Malcolm Gladwell, the 1,000 hours until you get to be decent at something, and it's just one foot in front of the other. I firmly believe anyone can do it.
Yeah.
There's no magic spell here. It's just hard work. Getting in the creative gym every day and pump and iron. Yeah,
essentially that's what you have to do. So for people who might not be familiar with the Arkansas Cinema Society, explain that for us a little bit.
Okay, so ACS, we are a statewide organization based here in Little Rock, and we work to grow the filmmaking ecosystem through our tenets of watch, learn, and make. And so, you know, we do like educational events, our ACS Night School, our Youth Film Labs, but also, I mean, we screen throughout the year, and then we have our big event, Filmland. And so a few years ago, John-Michael won the Audience Award for Favorite Feature during our Filmland Arkansas program. And you know, that he won a Panavision grant with that, which he was able to use whenever they were, you know, filming Violent Ends here in Arkansas. So you know, that's such a cool program, and we're really excited to be able to screen this film this weekend. And so yeah, that's a big part of it. You know, people want to learn to be filmmakers. You're asking for advice, like watch movies. That is one of the #1 ways to do it.
That's a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. And ACS can help you do that.
Yeah. And so talk about, you know, some of those resources and opportunities. Specifically, you know, if someone says, hey, I am interested in cinema, filmmaking, maybe they have aspirations for directing or anything like that. What resources can you guys give them to, you know, cultivate that interest?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, with that interest, you know, we do workshops year round. We have one coming up next month. So, you know, if you're into hair and makeup, you know, that's an important part of making, you know, these actors, and John-Michael can attest to that, you know, these guys are coming out looking gritty and kind of beat up or whatever. You need that makeup artist, or you need that, you know, person doing their hair. So we're gonna have that workshop next month at AMFA. We have our ACS Night School, which just wrapped last night. We've had a very popular acting class that went for 5 terms. We're gonna be announcing the next round of classes in January. We'll be announcing those real soon. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on, and also just come hang out with us, come network, York. We've got multiple screenings. We're doing a conversation with the Oscar winner Kevin Wilmot next month. We just announced that. And this guy, he collabed with Spike Lee a lot, wrote Black
Spike
Klansman.
Lee is like one of my
favorite
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Kevin's going to be hanging out with us, and that is going to be November 10th over at Cal's at the main library.
I think I might have to put that on my bucket list as well.
Love to have you.
Yeah, I love cinema. Yeah, so any parting words for people this weekend, looking forward to the debut and the movie and what people can expect? Any parting words?
Well, I mean, from Violent Ends, you can expect a thrilling, tale that you're going to relate to. You're going to see a lot of locations that you probably recognize in the state of Arkansas. And just, in general, I'll say, look, the movie comes out tomorrow. We're an independent film. We need viewers.
Yeah.
The theatrical business is, has been hit hard since COVID. So if you can, go to the theater, support independent cinema, and you're going to have a fun ride.
All right. Usually I don't like thrillers because it keeps my heart going, but I might have to put it on my bucket list and see what we can do this weekend.
I think you'll like it.
Exciting stuff. Thank you guys so much for joining us here today. Tom?